Hello everyone and welcome to Odds Market. Today we're previewing the Confederations Cup, which has really filled the void caused by a lack of footballing action this summer, and we've seen some really exciting games already with plenty of goals. There's another instalment coming up and there's some really cracking contests in the offering. So we're going to preview all four here, starting with Russia versus Portugal. Russia started their campaign with a comfortable victory over a poor New Zealand side that looked well out of its depth, but they're going to face a far sterner test here against Cristiano Ronaldo and co. European champions Portugal are quite slow getting off the mark in the group stages. As we predicted, they drew their opening game with Mexico. But there is a bit of a gulf in class here, I believe. New Zealand are a pretty poor side, and Russia should have beaten them by a bigger margin, really. I think in this game it should be close, and Russia will defend doggedly and be very organised, but Portugal's superior quality should eventually shine through, and you can get even money on Portugal, so it's a really good opportunity to double your money there. Mexico versus New Zealand is the next game. Mexico acquitted themselves very well in that 2-2 draw. They're a good side. New Zealand, as we've mentioned previously, are pretty poor. They're definitely the minnows of this competition. Shot themselves in the foot with an early own goal against Russia, finally succumbed to a 2-0 defeat. I think we should see a similar scoreline, if not even more favourable to Mexico in this one. They're very good going forwards. They've got an excellent striker in Chicharito, Javier Hernandez. So you can get -2 on the Asian handicap for Mexico at odds of 7 to 9 with 188 bet, which looks a good option. A small stake on Mexico to win 3-0 also looks interesting to me. Bet365 has 9 to 1 on that. Can't really see New Zealand scoring in this one. Cameroon versus Australia. Cameroon didn't play great as they lost to Chile. They looked a bit blunt in attack, but there's no real shame in losing to 0 to Chile because they're an exceptionally strong defensive side and they play this high energy pressing game, which is really hard to play against. So I think Cameroon will rebound in this one. They are a better side than Australia, as they proved in winning the Africa Cup of Nations. Australia battled admirably against Germany, but they eventually lost 3-2. I think this should be another close game, which is why we're seeing some very attractive odds this time around. But I do think that Cameroon can get their bid back on track here with a victory because I do believe they are a better side than Australia. Finally, Germany versus Chile, two of the biggest teams in this tournament, if not the biggest two. They're going to meet. Chileans have sent a full side out to Russia for this tournament, but Germany have rested many of their key players. Despite that, Germany still have a very strong side, as Germany are just blessed with amazing strength in depth, but they're going to need to drastically improve on the performance they put in against Australia if they're going to win here. Crucial to this game, I believe, could be whether or not Alexis Sanchez is fit. He came off the bench in the 2-0 win over Cameroon to set up both goals, but then he posted a picture of a really swollen ankle, his swollen ankle, on social media, so that could cause him to miss the game. He really embodies and typifies their hard-pressing, all-action, exciting, dynamic game, and he'd be a big loss. So it might be worth waiting to see the starting lineups before betting on this game. I think it's a bit difficult to call who's going to win it either way. So I quite like the look of a different sort of prop market. I'm looking at over 2.5 goals and both teams to score, which is 1.85, 17 to 20 at Coral. This is probably my least favourite game for betting on, but I think there are some really good ones out there, particularly Portugal and Mexico. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. Thanks for tuning in, and please tune back in for more. We're going to carry on covering the Confederations Cup throughout and lots more going on this summer. Thanks very much. Bye.